Hello, everyone. Welcome back for week 7 of our home learning. We are getting very, very close to the end. We have this week and we have next week. And then that last week, that first week of June, is just going to be time for you to look back over all the materials and make sure you haven't missed anything. But really, our new content will end with the next 2 weeks. So we are really closing in on the end here. And unfortunately, some of the material we're working with is getting quite complicated. So I just want to remind you that this digital environment is not the best place for us to be doing this work. If we were working face to face, some of these problems that we're going to do, particularly you guys in algebra, they're going to have so many steps, and it's really easy to make like one little mistake somewhere. And if we were in class, like I would just give you feedback. I would tell you like, oh, you made this tiny little mistake. That is great. Like, you know what you're doing. Just be careful here. But unfortunately, the digital technology just says you got it wrong. So make sure, particularly in IXL, that you're looking at the advice that IXL gives you if you get the problem wrong. Look to see what they did so that you can check to see. And what you may find is that all you made was a tiny mistake. I do want to make sure you know that this week my office hours are going to be reduced. So Tuesday and Wednesday, I will be in the classroom cleaning out all of the materials, taking down posters, packing up bookshelves, all the things that I have to do for the summer. So I will have no office hours on Tuesday and Wednesday, only on Thursday. So that's really important because I won't be available to answer questions. I will also say, though, that it is possible that I will not be done by Wednesday. And so it is possible that I will also have to go in and clean up the classroom on Thursday. So I may have actually no office hours this week on Zoom. So just pay attention. I'll keep the assignment update page current with what my plans are for Zoom office hours. And so we're going to have to rely on Google Voice and email for questions this week for a good chunk of it. Also, I just wanted to give a shout out to those of you who have been doing the Kahoot challenges. I know that it's kind of an easily overlooked part of the week, but it's been really fun for me to see those of you who are doing the Kahoot challenges. So thank you, those people who have been doing that. And I hope you're enjoying your little virtual trophies when you win. So for our Monday mindful moment, I want to take a second and share with you an activity that I've been using to help myself deal with my anxiety during this time. And I actually learned about it from the City Museum in St. Louis. For those of you who have talked to me about St. Louis, you will know that the City Museum in St. Louis is one of my favorite places in the world. And if you have never gotten a chance to go there, I really suggest that one of these days, when social distancing is all through and we can safely gather, that you check out the City Museum in St. Louis. It's not at all what you think of as a typical museum. It is basically a giant playground for adults and kids, and it is just one of the coolest places. But anyway, they have been providing some really neat content through social media during this time of quarantine that they've had to be closed. And one of these activities was called a brain dump. And I know that this is something that I have really needed in this time to help with my anxiety. So the way a brain dump works is you get out a piece of paper and a pencil, and you draw a circle on your paper. So it kind of represents like a thought bubble, a place to dump your thoughts. And then set a timer for 1 minute. Now you really only want to do 1 minute because you need this shortened time frame to kind of push you to like dump all of these thoughts and then just like move on versus a longer time period where you might ruminate on your thoughts. So you're going to you want to reduce your possibility of rationalizing or minimizing your feelings. So really it's a quick dump, 1 minute. And then inside that thought bubble, you're going to draw or write words to just dump out all of the issues that you're currently feeling anxious about. So just anything that comes to mind, what are you anxious about? Dump it into the thought bubble. And again, setting that timer allows you to like acknowledge those feelings of anxiety and get them out without like is it like going back and rationalizing and doubting yourself, because it's very common for people to feel anxiety about things, but then like feel guilty about the anxiety they're feeling, or other things like or just holding on to it too much. And so the brain dump lets you get it out, acknowledge that you're having those feelings, and then move on. I hope that you have a fantastic week 7, and I will see you again, probably not on Zoom very much this week, but if not, I will see you back here for week 8 next week, our final main week of home learning.